Welcome to the Daytona International Speedway with the opening Splint Cup Series practice. I'm here with Mike and Matt. Fellas, what are we going to see today?
I think we're going to see a lot of drivers being more aggressive than the goodies trash guys, because these cars, they got the new tungsten reinforcements, they got the flotation device on the back to keep them off the ground in case they spin out. They're going to take advantage of that. They're going to beat the hell out of each other.
You really have to sit and think. I mean, this is really the first testing that these cars have actually done. TOECAR spent no time or money putting in any R&D to actually test this thing out, so there could be a case of angling the wing just enough to where you can get a competitive edge of lift as you're going forward instead of just backwards.
And you know, a lot of these cars are refurbished. Like, they came from other places. These are not purpose-built race cars necessarily, at least not all of them. So you got to figure that's going to factor into this field. There's going to be a lot of varying levels of speed. You're going to see some people perform way better than others in the draft. And then there's obviously the driver factor. A lot of these people had different professions not even 6 months ago. Now they're here on the high banks of Daytona, going 200 miles an hour, making 2-3 wide moves. I really don't see any way they can't possibly use this practice session to learn as much as possible. You have to figure out how to do anything you're going to try to do come next week. Right on board with Shave Burns. And what's Shave experiencing right here? What's he doing right now? What does he see in the windshield?
Got Brody Kraft and Drew No Dollars in front of him. These guys are going to be easy to pass coming off in turn 4. He's got a huge run. Will he take it?
You really have to wonder about that Corvette and what it really brings to the table for this series.
That will be an interesting thing to keep note of this entire season, really, in both series. There are a lot of interesting manufacturers, makes, and cars out there every single weekend. As you see, we have a Corvette alongside, what is that, a Chevy, a Camaro? Yep, and another Camaro behind. Never before have we seen that in any kind of stock car racing, at least not at this level. And you have to think, especially at a track where draft is so important, that's going to play a huge factor.
Drew No Dollars in the 0-1. This guy, he has no money, no talent. He likes to steal, but he made it out to Daytona.
Yeah, let's just say he found the funding.
He seems like the type of guy that would take all the rye chips out of the Chex Mix and then say, hey, do you want any Chex Mix? And then hand you the bag after he's eaten all of the good stuff. It's just pretzels at that point.
Interestingly enough, I was talking to him before this practice session, and he was telling me he's actually on the board of directors for Chex Mix. So if you don't like Chex Mix, that's your guy you want to see on the weekend. Honestly, I feel
they
like
doesn't eat pretzels.
Chex as a cereal, so much better than Chex Mix as a snack. I don't think that's even up for debate.
Yeah, at least you're getting all Chex. If they just took the pretzels out and filled it with the other stuff, it would be so much better.
And coincidentally, his name's Drew No Dollars. He's never actually received a check. So.
Interesting.
Brody Kraft in the 48 loves mac and cheese.
You can tell by his sponsors. Ally Bank and Castrol.
Well, how do you think he pays for all the mac and cheese?
What does that mean?
Investments in Ally Bank.
Oh,
he needs the oil to help wash it down.
Of course.
Andrew.
Yeah. That's
Not
him.
Andrew.
Yep. You'll never confuse him and Drew No Dollars. They are very different people, as evidenced by the end. Speaking of and, he's catching up to these two.
Oh, we got trouble. Oh, muscular atrophy.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Look out.
Unfortunate.
Reese Ware.
What was that for?
Oh, Reese Ware.
Oh!
With the pit maneuver.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That car out of pit road is going to get smoked. Oh my goodness. Derek Polk? Who was that? Kobe Keith. There's a lot of trouble about a breakout.
Uh-oh, guys.
Oh,
they split him. That is a Chevy SS. You can see right there.
Yep, that's Zach Outback coming at you from Australia.
Let's see what happened.
Important to remind the viewers at home, we do not throw the caution flag here in TOECAR practice sessions. So anything that breaks out on track, they're going to drive around it.
Oh. Yeah, they hooked bumpers a little bit there and
oh man.
Oh, sweet baby
up.
Reyes. That's his second wreck of Speed Weeks.
Yeah,
he already flipped over in our preseason test. Muscular atrophy just ran somebody over.
Yeah, no slowing down from him.
Gosh.
I mean,
it's
you gotta
Bob's
think he's got to be getting used to those hand controls in these new cars. It's got to be a little bit different.
And there's still debris all over the track, but we don't need to get that up.
I think Bob Sled's going to have to see the Surgeon General before they let him do any more laps. He got hit 2 times, back to back. Right behind our initial incident here. As soon as these guys get turned up the hill, he gets involved, but that's not all. He's gonna hit 2 more times. Oh,
Yeah.
here comes
Yeah.
the car.
I mean, yeah, come on. You know?
He's just defending his position on the racetrack, guys.
He's doing that air blocking. And you can see it's very effective. Both opponents did not pass him. We're back live here.
Raymond Hans in the 03.
And you know, how poetic is it that his father, the inventor of the Hans device, saved so many lives in this sport, and now his own son is racing in the series he's helped so much.
Those are the things you just really love to see in this sport, and as we see more of that air blocking going on, this stuff just ridiculous. It's insane. I can't believe they don't find a fix for this. But a lot of family stories throughout the field between this and the Trash Series. Was that Muscular Zaxtrophy? No, it's not.
Speaking of family stories, here we have one of the 3 Asiago brothers in the sport, Limburger.
Fittingly sponsored by Cheez-It, making his way out of turn 2 here. Watch out, Mike. He had some trouble here once. Sorry, Mike. Looks like he'll make it
Limburger's
past the
story is
Tuesday.
interesting because, I mean, he gets this Cheez-It sponsorship through just a very random day at work. He used to be a grocery store clerk, and the CEO of Cheez-It just happened to come in one day, and Limburger's quite the yapper. He would always talk to the customers a lot, and it just so happened that the CEO of Cheez-It was in the mood to hear some yapping at the grocery store that day, and he was able to extract what? It's upwards of $50 million from them to run this program. I don't know if he helped his brothers with the
that's
money.
not good.
Oh, as he gets turned. What?
John Neimanek, ruthless.
Commentator curse. I'll tell you. I'll
Wouldn't you know it?
tell
Reese
you.
Ware. Reese Ware's following these guys. He's coming back for seconds. He wants to be in another wreck.
Where?
He's right behind these guys on the apron. There he is. And here comes another pack.
You're gonna please leave Limburger
no.
alone. He's already
The
been through
Cheese
enough.
Boys. It's the Cheese Boys. Here comes Brody Crafts to his inside.
What a cheesy practice session this has turned into.
There's Braden Bunch in the 45. He was featured on the Brady Bunch years ago, but got fired because he couldn't act.
You know, believe it or not, the only photo I could find of him was from his cameo appearance in that show. That is the only record of that man existing. He just shows up in the car. We've never seen him.
Still getting paid royalties from Brady Bunch, by the way, so he's got plenty of funding.
Oh yeah, that thing's been syndicated to every channel that we've never heard of.
Ooh.
That you could possibly find.
It sounded like there might have been some trouble in turn 1. Oh no, it's on the backstretch. Here we see they're 3 wide. Charles Trunkwagon pushing Yora cut in turn 2. And Yora's just going to get turned.
Yeah, it's a tough scene for Yora. I mean, the car, again, very tough machine.
Chunk Charles Wagon turned him, man. Whenever Chunk gets near somebody, you can just feel the gravity start to bend space-time and start to just turn every car around him.
Hefty is right.
You know, this is such a competitive series, you have to use every tool to your advantage. And if that's the one he has, he's got to use it. Worth noting in this series, by the way, since that incident was very similar to a lot of the incidents we saw yesterday, these cars do not come with the tow hitch that's mandated by the Goodies Trash Series cars. So they might be able to push each other a little more. It might lead to less accidents, but as you can see, they still can turn one another if they don't do it right.
One of our international drivers, we got Jamie Chippy from England.
You know, Jamie Chippy, I've never seen anyone have a football club sponsor their race car before. This is a first for me. Unsurprisingly, you know, a person from the UK himself. But, you know, interesting to see how he'll do this season, how he's going to acclimate to all these tracks in the States. These aren't any kind of the tracks he was racing on before in England, so.
Kyle, you want to know why that is the football club on his car?
Why is that?
He was born in that soccer stadium.
Wow.
So talk about more family deals going on here.
Talk about ball is life.
Speaking of family,
This guy knows ball.
Quinn
Who's
helps
this?
cousin Harvey Quinn.
Yep. That's all we know about this gentleman. He's got the Yahoo sponsorship, which means at some point in time, Toyota plans on putting him somewhere. But for now, he's chilling in TOECAR. Get a push from good old Jamie here in turns 3 and 4. I'm interested to see how he's going to perform this season. You know, a lot of these people already have a past occupation or, you know, some kind of information we know about him. Honestly, Harvey's a really big unknown, aside from the fact that he's related to another race car driver. But
blocked by Massive Chris here in the 97.
You know, Massive Chris is a hard person to get past.
Got a lot of big names in this series, you know? Blasio Asiago.
One of three.
Number 70.
Three Asiago brothers.
I don't even know what that car is sponsored by. Not very good. Oh, don't turn him. Don't turn him up.
Suez
track
wagon.
Chunk is trying to destroy everybody. He's trying to take out all of his competitors. Not even in the first race. Before the first race. This poor pack right here, those four guys, they've been cursed. Every accident has broken out near those guys. We've seen a lot of that in testing so far. Whether it be this series or Goody's Trash, a lot of people aren't afraid of riding right up against the wall in turns 3 and 4. A little bit in 1 and 2, but not quite as much as turns 3 and 4. We see 2 packs about to merge into 1 here. Shave Burns leading the second pack, followed by Slim Slady. Oh, Slim Slady's about to get turned if he's not careful.
On board Babe's youth here.
Man, these guys, they can get a massive run down this back straightaway.
We got to remember about Babe here. Really likes to hold a grudge. So even something that happens in this practice session, if he's wronged, he's going to remember that. Oh, wow! He's about to get wronged. Oh, man, he's about to get wronged.
Bruno Dollar trying to cause another one. And once again, Reese Ware finds himself right near where the accident is about to break out. That might be a sign of things to come.
That's why they called him Reese. Where is that smoke? High school. Always looking for smoke.
Well, you know, he told us a few weeks ago he loves high-speed chases. Right now, he's just chasing the storm. So,
hey, that new Twister movie is coming out. So maybe he's just getting in the headspace.
Corporate synergy.
Why'd they put that camera outside the fence?
I don't know, but I wish we'd saw it down.
Dude, I say that pretty much every weekend.
How about we give a shout out to the 09 car, Bolter White, fastest man in practice so far.
Here we have Corenthal, James Simpson in the 37 Camaro.
Leading the way, as always.
Only 18 years old, but man, those have been a long 18 years.
It's been a hard few months for good old CJ, but, you know, everything is surpassed, you know. Had a good lawyer, and here he is. Oh, man, to the inside.
Dega Dub.
You know,
trying to bring those Talladega skills to Daytona.
Dega Dub is another one of those big question marks. We really don't know what to expect other than the fact that evidently he is capable of winning on these high-speed tracks. But a lot of these people could be really big competitors for the championship, fellas. All it takes is one race win. And if you have that happen to you, or if somehow you find yourself in the top 4 spots in points out of those who don't win a race, that's all it takes. And now you have a shot for the championship in the final race. And realistically, we don't know what to expect week to week in the series. It's brand new. This is week 1. So realistically, anything can happen at any given time. I think that's a very interesting prospect, especially for the people we don't know much about yet.
This is Boris Sed's niece, actually.
You got
3 times Trans Am champ.
You have to think Jackie Sed's advantage would probably be on the road courses, but then again, Boris Sed was also pretty good at Daytona for some reason, at least in qualifying.
He had those Yates motors or Roush motors, Roush Yates motors.
I think it was just easy.
That makes sense. I mean, it was bumpy. It couldn't have been easy.
Yeah, a little difficult.
Try me.
If it was after,
you think it's easy? You remember qualifying for SNSL?
Oh, that was. I have PTSD from that era.
Ain't easy. I yearn for that.
Those of you that never actually played this game yourself and didn't experience like qualifying for Super Speedway races, it was a tough time. Looks like we had some trouble there. Yeah. Oh, Mario Andretti.
One of the few dodges in the field. Up here, 3 wide.
Looks like he's just going to get hooked by the 03 of Raymond Hans, putting his dad's invention to use here.
Oh
no,
Derek
the
Polk
fastest
not
car.
Mario Andretti involved with Walter White.
The fastest person in practice is all torn up now.
Muscular Zaxtrophy and yet another accident. Not been an easy practice for them.
Oh. Safety devices doing their job.
Man.
Look, that car wanted to stay on the ground, but thankfully the up flaps deployed. Unfortunately, he wasn't going quite fast enough, but... You
Hit
know,
a
it
wall
seems...
for what reason?
It seems very similar to last practice when it seemed like there was consistently a couple drivers.
Oh,
big
big trouble
trouble.
up here. Reese Ware again,
Reese Ware. Again.
And it ain't over. He's hot merging.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Real hot merge. Oh.
Kobe Keith narrowly misses him.
Now,
Wow.
they're going to be checking that 90 car because that seemed like he had too much brakes. So they might be taking a look into that, making sure they're not cheating, having more braking ability than is allowed here in TOECAR.
I'm of the
Have you
belief that
considered-
you can never slow down too fast.
Have you considered that maybe he's just Flintstoning it and he just stopped running?
Well, that would mean he has to grind his feet on the asphalt.
He can lift up his feet. Ever went on a swing before?
Oh.
Drag your feet on the ground. Looks like he just gets turned.
Victory Lane in the 12th car might have got into him there.
It seems like these are always how these accidents begin. Somebody gets on someone else's left rear, somebody gets hooked, and then 3 or 4 cars start spinning. And wow, the 4 car was right near another one too. Braden Bunch blocking here, as usual.
He sniff.
Looks angry. The number
Yeah, it's just-
67 Lowe's Target Ford.
It's
Does
just
that
a
make
weird
sense?
template.
There's our favorite sledder. There's Bob.
Sprite and 3Chi, that makes sense.
That's a great combination. I love
Those are
that,
some
you.
sponsors that should go together.
Certainly Bob has to be our only Olympic gold medalist, right? I didn't fact check that. But there's just no way anyone else could be, right?
Well, Harold, he has some claims of back in the war, but, you know, you can't believe what he says.
3 wide here to turn 3.
Oh, man. They get real close to the end of that safer barrier there, but, you know, you'll have that when you got to take it away.
You know, a very expensive process taking out the safer barrier. Can only do it one piece at a time, hence why we removed it from the most important part, the straightaway.
Oh!
Oh,
Something
Bad
bad
noises.
happened somewhere.
yeah, that was...
We could hear it in the booth.
I think Balter might have gotten to the wall.
We
something.
can't seem to locate it from the booth, though.
Oh, that was Harvey
Oh.
Quinn up there.
Huh?
Just Harvey hitting the wall.
Oh, yeah, it was. That was so loud.
He was riding the high side and forgot how to drive.
Yeah, you can see the marks on the wall there. Seems to be a hot spot for people making contact with it. So I believe we go back live here.
Oh,
Oh,
we
we
got more
got smoke up
trouble.
in the tri-oval. Oh!
Big one.
Limburger again.
Tatuma
It's a
Sato
Tuma.
sitting on the racetrack. Oh, look! Oh, man, you need to get off the
Oh.
racetrack.
And they all missed him. Somehow. So far. Okay.
Come on, man, get out of
Gosh.
there. Unbuckle. That's probably not good. There we go.
Oh, they got him out of there. Okay, cool.
This is the biggest pack we've seen. Oh, there's multiple things going on.
Well, it looks like the Colonel's going to get turned first, I think. Leading the high side. 59
Tuma.
He
car,
just
yeah.
gets shoved.
Pushed by Slim Side. Oh, that's a hard lick for the safer barrier. Not Chunk, he'll be alright.
Oof.
Oh, Brody Kraft, a humongous
Man.
impact into the wall.
Oh,
Limburger getting
ew.
involved.
Oh, man.
Just got clipped.
Certainly our biggest accident so far of Speed Weeks.
Well, you get the biggest pack going out there, and you're gonna have the biggest crash.
Once again, these are people that are learning the limits of how much you can push. None of these guys have done it for the first time. Oh,
What a sound.
And these guys, they don't know how to slow down, so they're just trying to squeeze by on the top, but they all made it. Yeah, Chunk might have to pay for that block. The Tuma's already back out here. What a guy. They already got the backup ready for him.
well, you know, some of these guys expected to wreck already. So they had 2 cars fully prepared and ready to go as soon as they got down to the track.
Plenty of garage space here at Daytona when you only have 2 series showing up for the
Everyone's gonna
weekend.
bring
Scenario.
5 cars.
We could also just throw out the old ones in Lake Lloyd. So they don't have to bring as many back.
Yeah.
Got Corey Origami here in the 96 machine. He He's the only person I know that likes making paper airplanes.
I mean, I wouldn't say I don't like making paper airplane, but
I got hit in the eye with one I made when I was 6, and I cried, and I haven't made one since.
With one you made?
Yeah, I threw it, it did a loop, and came right back into my cornea.
Oh,
that's awesome.
that's
See,
awful.
that's character building.
You know what the best part was? I made it at an airport.
Bad influences, those airports. Too wide into turn 1. Origami looking for the lead of this pack. You know, this is someone who also has no racing experience, so I can't even imagine how overwhelming it must feel trying to lead a pack of at least 5 cars here. Especially when one of the 5 cars is Muscular Zastrophe, who's been in 3 accidents already.
Oh man, there's a pack coming up on a slow car back here.
Was that Jamie Chippy they're catching up to?
Oh, boy.
The decision that the practice session is mainly for these drivers to learn decision making. There's plenty of refurbished chassis around the Daytona Beach area. Plenty of parts. They can piece things together. Just go out there and make someone smile, you know? Just do all you can. Figure it out, and by the time we get to the race, by God, they'll know something.
Oh, man. Zach Outback getting real... Oh, he's on him.
Oh, and there we go.
Oh,
Wow.
look out. Good
They
thing they
saved
paved
it.
all that 25 years ago or whatever the fuck.
I'll just wait till next year when all this is paved too.
I will replant grass if we come back here and there isn't any.
I mean, that's already confirmed, bud. I hate to say it. Well, anyway, after that tragic news, thankfully they saved it off turn 2. They are going to lose the pack, however, but it looks like they might catch up with... Who's that back there? Drew No Dollars, I think. Yeah, and Brody Kraft. Somehow, Brody Kraft back out there. He just took 2 really big impacts, both into the wall and then by another car. Already in the backup.
Yeah, he saw Dr. Steve Basil at the care center. He looked him in the eye, shined that flashlight right into his face, and he was like, "You're all right."
Low on funds. Hooked on Fauna. Hooked down the backstretch?
I guess my question is... Oh, never mind. I just answered it. I was going to say, is it Chex Mix that's low on funds? But then I saw what's on the side of the car. DC Solar. They are very low on funds.
I had a lot for a while there, and then wasn't real. I love fake money.
I mean, what other kind of money is there?
You raise a valid point.
Real money?
You're giving people a piece of paper for things. I
Yep.
can just give you
Because
printer
someone
paper.
said, yeah, this has value.
It's even funnier if you think about when you have to, like, make change.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Limber got... Oh, no, it's not
Nope.
him.
Oh.
Who was
They
it?
already figured it out, whoever it was. It might have been these 2 up here. Oh, Chunk again? And CJ Simpson?
We're gonna have trouble
Let's see if
getting
Chunk
past
throws
him.
the block here.
Ooh.
Nope.
Looks like another thing happened. in turn
Limburger
3.
is.
Got 2 incidents to check in on.
We had a hot merge just a couple minutes ago. That's just not smart,
Oh.
guys.
Cheesy.
Just gets bunked sideways and spins all
Okay.
around.
Kobe Keith spins out.
I guess maybe he comes up the track here, and yeah, everybody gets a little scared. 'Cause this pack behind him didn't have a very good 3 and 4.
Ooh.
Oh,
he
yeah, he
goes up
just
the
moves
hill.
up the track at him.
Oh, he's trying to airwalk.
You do have exclusive rights to the entire racetrack around you at all times. That is a God-given right.
Going into turn 1 here. Charles Trunkwagon in another accident.
He
Hooks
just
the
keeps
04.
doing
Oh,
whatever he
man.
wants.
He is trying to take down these walls, man.
He
He's the
almost
captain.
joined. He almost joined Sweet Baby Ray Cyrus on the illustrious flip list, which we had the honor of christening in the test.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
a big squeeze there, too. Just, you know,
2-minute warning has been issued to all drivers.
Drew No Dollars putting on a fresh set. Maybe get back out there. Try and lay down a flyer and win practice. Who's up at the top of the boards right now? We got the run. Here we go. You're a cunt. Up there. It's only driver in the 42-0 category at this point. Maybe we'll see something from Drew No Dollars if he can get out there in time.
And
Just
you
about
know,
a minute left.
we were just talking about Corey Origami. He's P2 on the board right now.
Taking a look through 11th through 20th. 21st through 30th.
You know, I really thought Limburger was going to have some speed so far in this practice session, but in P30 right now, it makes sense considering he's had some trouble, but what they're saying. As practice begins to come to a close, they have about 13 more seconds till it ends. They, I think, can complete a lap afterwards.
Limburger and Braden, they don't know what they're doing. They're just coming out to waste gas.
Yep. Making sure all the gears are still there.
Because we're wearing the new Alpha set of tires. Hey, pal, does it shift into 4th? Okay, bring her in.
Well, 5th.
Well, these cars are actually geared in a certain type of way, as you can hear from the RPMs. They will remain in 4th gear the entire time they are on track today.
5th is more of the fun gear.
You really want them to hum at like cool 1100. 11,000.
1100.
Yeah, we're on idle, boys.
Oh man.
That's why you can't go to 5th, you'd stall.
All right, let's see as these guys finish their
Wow.
laps they're currently on. We'll see
These
if
guys do
anybody
not like to
can.
give room.
Greg Power Bush has a real chance of being fast here. That 21 has been running this pack down this whole lap. They did check up a little bit when they passed Jamie Chippy. We'll have to see. No,
Nothing.
but it'll remain 10th.
I don't think they're scoring anymore.
That wraps up today's practice session. York Hunt, P1 on the board. Corey Origami in 2nd. Babe Juth in 3rd. Sweet Baby Ray Cyrus, P4. And Balter White in 5th. Tune in next Thursday at 6 p.m. for the season opening race at Daytona with the Goodies Trash Series. And then Friday with the Splint Cup Series.
Bye.